Hello everyone, this is potpotsie here, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the new redstone items added so far in the Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.13.0 update. So this is obviously the beta testing stages, so it's not like the official 0.13.0 is out yet, but for testers, you can see all these available things. So I'll go ahead and go from the start to finish of all the items. So this is redstone, obviously, just normal redstone as I'm holding right now. This is placed on the ground. So if you were to place redstone, this is what it looks like, okay? And it is obviously deactivated. There's no power or energy going through it right now. But if you take something like a lever that gives power, we turn it on, and boom, you see the redstone actually turns on and it begins to glow. So that's how you know that redstone is on, which can activate things. It can set TNT on fire and make it explode. It can turn on lights. It can do all sorts of things. So you can turn the lever back off, of course. You can turn the lever on and back and forth, of course, however you'd like. So let's go ahead and move on to the redstone lamp here. So this is a redstone lamp. It's of course turned off right now. There's no light illuminating from it, but I put a lever on it. Now there's multiple ways to turn on a lamp, okay? It doesn't have to be a lever. I'm just showing a lever for the example. So if I switch this on, boom, you see, it turns the lamp on perfectly. You can turn it off and on. The switches work without problems as far as I can tell. So something like this might go well along your bedside in your house, in your little homes that you've constructed. You can put a little nightstand sort of thing with a lamp on there if you'd like. And the next thing is a redstone torch. Now, a redstone torch, you can see it is powering redstone right here, and basically they are designed to just give energy, okay? It's just a power source, okay? It doesn't actually do anything else, and there's many things you can do with redstone torches. I can't explain it all in one tutorial. I'll be making other tutorials later, so be sure to subscribe so you can check those out as they come out, but there's so many things you can do with these, so I'll go into depth in another video. Now, this is a pressure plate, okay? Now, there's many variations of pressure plates as I'm going to show you. This is a wooden, okay? This is the lightest one. This is the cheapest one, of course. You can give power. I've connected a bunch of redstone to it to make it look really cool when you step on it, and it can give a power source. So maybe this would turn on a light, or you could have it set off a bomb if someone was to step on it. You can do so many things with this. Now we have a redstone's same thing, except it is a stone pressure plate. So stone pressure plate is slightly heavier, but of course as a person you can still activate it just by stepping on it. So it's pretty cool. Obviously they're really inexpensive, only takes 2 blocks to build. Next, let's go ahead and look at the gold pressure plate. Now this one's even heavier. You'll see if I step on it, the power barely moves. See, watch this. The stone goes really bright, right? All these things activate around the pressure plate. But if you go over to the gold plate, it actually barely moves because it's very heavy. Now, if you go over here, you have an even heavier pressure plate that moves even less. So, depending on what your purposes are and what you need, you use different pressure plates. Of course, the wooden one, again, is the least expensive, only taking a tiny bit of wood. The stone only takes a little bit of stone. This, of course, requires more expensive materials, so you have to decide what you need. Next, we're going to go ahead and look at our buttons here. Buttons are another way to activate energy, kind of like a lever, except that the lever, when you activate it, it stays on until you switch it off, whereas a button turns off automatically. So if you press the button, you see the redstone turn on, but then it turns back off because the button does not stay pushed in forever. Now, that's a wooden button. We've also got a stone button, and of course they serve the same exact purpose, so you use whichever one you like. There's stone and wooden right there. Now, they do have different amounts of time, however, so if you press the wooden one, you'll see how long the redstone stays activated. Use stone, it goes much shorter amount of time because it's a heavier button. Next, we've got our daylight sensors. So daylight sensors are used to activate power depending on if the sun is showing or the moon is showing. Now, right now the sun is out, so our daylight sensor here that activates on sunlight is powering. Our moonlight one, however, is off. So if the day was to go away right now and the sun was to go down, this one would turn off and this one would turn on. Now, you can switch their mode by simply tapping on the daylight sensor. This is night mode. This is day mode. So you have different purposes, of course. Maybe if you want a bunch of lights and lamps in the street to turn on at night, you could use these ones. And if you wanted them to turn on during the day, you could use one of these. There's many different things you could do. Now, the last thing, as far as the redstone items been added so far, we're still hoping for pistons and such, but the last thing so far is tripwire. So tripwire is really actually pretty cool. So you see there, I've activated this by putting wire going up and touching these lamps here. But basically, tripwire, you can watch the hook move. As I walk onto the wire, the hook moves and activates. And what it does is it sends energy. You can see that wire right there. So you can set this up to bombs and all kinds of things. I made a tutorial on that already earlier today, so you can check it out. I'm going to be making more videos on all the redstone items in the coming days, so be sure to subscribe and check out more videos of mine in the coming days. Thanks again, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys later with more Minecraft Pocket Edition.